Hello everyone, hope you're all okay. Right, I'm just coming on to answer some questions for Traceyjanine. When I went through this journal the other week. I'm not going to go through it now. It's my knitted, crocheted stroke knitted journal cover. Tracey asked me what size hooks I'd use, hooks and needles I used. I've just been looking for them and I found my knitting needles in the wardrobe, you know, as you do. But right, I'll show you the knitting needles first. They are huge. They're absolutely huge. I was lucky enough to pick them up at a charity shop, and I can't remember whether it was 50p or £1, but they were dirt cheap. They're 20mm and they're absolutely huge. I don't know. Well, yeah, 20mm, so I'm assuming that's 20mm round there. Or would it be diameter? I don't know, but 20mm anyway. And they're 40cm long. So that they were the knitting needles. Now, crochet hooks. Right, this, what I've used to tie it with, I think was done with a number 12, so that's sort of finger size, number 12 crochet hook. But I don't know, I've got a bigger crochet hook. I can't tell you exactly, Tracey, because I can't remember. But I think that was done with a number 12. And then this, I don't know. So the main part of it was probably done with a number 12. And there's, I use, well, depending on what yarn it is, how thick it is, I just play about. But like this, there's, let's have a look. There's 3 strands of yarn. I use 3 strands of yarn. Like there was 2, like an Aran one, and then a multicoloured one, because I've just got loads and loads that I've collected over the years, bought from shops, bought from car boots. I sometimes have some given me, although this isn't any of that, but you know, charity shops, and I've just got loads of it, loads and loads of different yarns. So yeah, I crochet it into a, just do it, but I think this piece was probably done on a smaller one. So you probably get away with a 10, because I've just been having a play. There's 3 strands here, look. This one is, no, that isn't off of this piece. This one was 2 of the Aran and 1 of the coloured. This is the other way round. This is 2 rainbow. I love anything rainbow. You'll have heard me say this a lot of times if you watch me regular, that right from childhood I've loved anything multicoloured. And I used to go down the shop, and you know, when you used to do the French knitting on the little bobbin things, and I always used to buy rainbow yarn. So when I saw this, I just had to have some. Anyway, so this, I think this is a, I don't think I used this one. I think I probably used a smaller size. Yeah, because that's slightly bigger stitch. So probably a 10mm. I don't know whether you do millimeters over there in Australia, Tracey. I don't know, but it's, say, that's sort of finger size, a finger size one. But because I first saw this idea from a lady on Instagram. She was doing it, and I think she'd done hers smaller. Don't know whether she'd used 2 strands, but she was doing it, and I thought, oh, that's a good idea, I could do that. So I just carried on doing it, and I was going to say something then and I've forgotten. So yeah, so that's what I did. And then obviously this is all different colour. And then when I got my great big ball, I mean, that I've got two stuffed in the bottom of the wardrobe that are like this big, and I have shown them before. I didn't want to get them out. And then when I've got it all, I just start. I'm not a knitter, I'm more of a crocheter, not a knitter. And what stitch, I don't even know. Well, I don't even know the names of the crochet stitches. But did you say it was garter stitch? It's literally just shove the needle in, put the yarn round, shove the needle in, put the yarn. That one. It's not a knit one, purl one, it's just that. And I just love it. And I left all these out because you may or may not have seen several years ago I did again, because I got all this yarn, decided to do a great big blanket for my bed, and I left all that. It was multicoloured one. If I can find it, I'll leave the link in case anybody wants to see that. It's only just showing you the blanket, it's not showing you how to do it. But I think in that video I'd left the link to the lady that I watched, who at the minute I can't remember. But yeah, the blanket, I'd left all the twiddly bits just on one side, so and I love that. So that's that. This is my biggest crochet hook, and this is a 20mm. I think I got this probably from eBay, or I might have got it from, no, I don't think it was Hobbycraft, can't remember. Got that from there. But what I've used this one for, again, I was doing, I'll show you. Right, and I've shown this before a couple of years ago. I'm supposed to be turning it into like a wall hanging, but that's as far as it's got. You know what I'm like, things take time. Because I've got such a variety of yarns, I just decided to mix them all up, mix them all together. Thick yarns, like a big thick bobble yarn with a thinner yarn, and these are just like, is it boucle, do they call it, like a boucle effect, something like that, or it could be Michael Bublé, I don't know, something like that. Eyelash trims, all sorts of stuff. This was like a real big weird yarn that's I think was made, used to like make scarves with. It's like a deep one, which you can't tell on there. And then all of them, there's like probably 2 or 3 different yarns, which I will probably have, to make it like this, probably have used this hook. And then when I'd got it into a ball like this, I then started to crochet it up with the bigger hook, because this one wasn't big enough. I didn't know what I was doing. I thought it might have got turned into a journal cover. But then because it was so big, I thought, oh, that will make like a nice wall hanging. I don't know why I've made a wall hanging, because I ain't got no blooming wall left in the house, hardly. Wall space. So that's that. I just like to, like this one, it's like the, I don't know why I'm calling it boucle. That's just come to mind. There's that one, and then a thinner yarn. That again is either 2 or 3 different ones. I just, this was like the, I'm saying boucle again, boucle type thing with an eyelash trim in it as well. It's just, I mean, look at this. This was a black fluffy yarn, and then I got a bright coloured one that I'd got from a car boot sale in a great big bag full of stuff, and I just mixed those together. Thought they would look nice. And the red one, it's just multicoloured, isn't it? And I just love multicolours, whether they match or not. Well, they're not supposed to match. I don't do matchy. Don't do matchy. Matchy doesn't feature in my world. So yeah, So that's that, and I know you can't see properly, can you, because I've not got the camera high enough, but let's have a look. Just a moment, chat amongst yourselves for a second. Let's have a look, What will that be, about 12 inches that way? Just under 11.5 inches by 18 inches, that is 18.5 inches. And I didn't know, I've left it like that, and I keep thinking, does it want tassels on it? Shall I put tassels on it? And it just gets left and left and left, and it's on the top of some boxes in my bedroom, and then it's got all the stuff piled on the top, so it's like a box cover. So that's that. But that's the sort of thing I like to do, just wild and crazy, and I don't really do following patterns and that sort of thing. I don't even know what stitch it is. But that is crocheted. Oh, it's lovely. You have a feel. It's really soft and squidgy. It's lovely. So yes, I hope that's answered that question for you, Tracy. Now the other thing, I've not answered this comment yet, but I've seen it and I thought, right, I'll see if I can find them knitting needles to do this as well. When I showed these a couple of videos ago, when I was doing the alcohol ink videos, I'll leave the link to that if I remember. Tracy asked, and I said, oh, I could turn them into journal covers, and they weren't taken out because I really don't like them, and I'm going to scrunch them up and have scrunchy paper. Oh, it's white for one thing. So you asked me about how I did the closure. Well, I've just used 3 pieces of elastic, look, to put the signatures on. So they're around there, like that, right? It's rough. Oh, another thing you asked me was, did I put cardboard in there? No, I didn't, but I have done that before. I have done that. So this would, let me have a look. So it's a couple of years. So that was all from the same piece of mail bags. One of my long wispy hairs there. Yeah, that's where I folded it over. So I just folded it over and then it's not glued or anything. I folded it over and just sewn around the outside. Yes, if you put cardboard in, that would obviously make it stronger, but I didn't do on this. So you've got the elastic round there, and all I did is just see if I can get this undone. Ooh, 13 minutes of utter twaddle, eh? Cut my nails off last night. My nails are so filthy. I keep thinking, my YouTube friends must think I never wash. Well, I don't very often, but but my nails are constantly filthy. I think before YouTube I used to have lovely nails. I've never been one for going to the salon. I can't get that undone. Never been one to go to the salon. I think I've been twice in my life. Just a minute, let me pull this over here so I can see. To have my nails done, and that was when somebody had bought me a pamper package or something like that. Right. But I always used to do my own nails. Doing this, I probably won't be able to do it back again. So all I did was just got a piece of elastic, tied that round there. You don't even have to put a button on, and then just put the button on. However, I have just put the button on, threaded it through there. Threaded it through there and tied it up. tied it at the back. Although I don't think that was like, oh yes it was. Yeah, it was tied at the bottom like that. And that is it. Probably going to tie that too tight now and it won't go round, but yeah, and this pretty elastic, I have bought some off of eBay. Or I've got quite a lot of it from the Tiger shop. So it's just a little rough and ready book, and yes, it would definitely be more sturdier if you put cardboard in there, and the same with that one. Look, just 3 pieces of elastic again, just to pop the signature on. I didn't, these pieces of paper, I've not even sewn them up the middle. Sometimes I do, sometimes I'll like do the 3-hole pamphlet stitch, or even use my long stapler, but this is what I'm going to do. like Amy showed us. Oh yes, screw it all up. This is what I intend doing. I might just leave these white. I don't know what possessed me to put white in the first place. Probably being grey. That's better, look. Much better. I don't know. I like to get these straight. See, they're, well, actually they're not. I'm going to say they're straight. They are this way. They're a little bit out at the top. But oh, it's such a blooming faff to do that. It is for me. So that's why I like sort of scrunched up things, because you don't have to be, you know, worry about it being, oh look, that's just so much better. I quite like in white now. You don't have to be so precise. Just as I'm getting older, I'm getting worse and worse. Or better and better, actually, isn't it? Just for me. Don't like neat and tidy and... No. No. And then it's going to make a fatter book. And I think that is what Amy called them. Fat books. As in... PHAT, I think she called them. Fat books. I don't know whether she'd got the idea from somebody else. I have done several of these and gifted them to people, not with white paper. It. And we can do winky wonky writing in them as well. How excited is that? There we go. So you can staple in there if you want. Oh, that's going to be a lot better. I might end up painting these papers yet. Yeah, it's going to be a lot better. Please feel free to stop watching now if you want to. It's worse than watching paint dry, I would imagine. Especially the noise. Sound down. It's a bit noisy. How many thumbs down I'll get for this one for being noisy. Yes, so I'm just stood here thinking, I'm sure I was gonna, somebody else has asked me something and I can't remember what it was. I do sometimes write things down, but then they have little lists all over the place and I don't like it. Need to try and remember stuff. Both myself and Mr. Doodle were getting so bad. He said something to me earlier on today and I said, can't you remember? He said, no. You're getting so bad, your memory is awful. I said, oh no. Yeah, if you do your pages like this, then you don't need so much paper. And what Amy did, oops, oh god, there's yarn all over the place now. Yeah, these pages in here, that's how these are done. They're all scrunched up, unscrunched them, and then just went over it lightly with some paint. They look as though they've got flattened out a little bit, but you can see all the wrinkles on it. Oh, I just love that. I love it so much. Well, I've got the grass cut this afternoon. This morning. Yesterday afternoon I did the grass out the back, and it hasn't been done for weeks. Oh my goodness. Our garden is just a disgrace. I'm so ashamed. I mean, it's my fault. Because Mr. Doodle goes to work. I'm supposed to keep the garden and the house tidy. But oh dear me. Yes. The garden, in all the 40 odd years we've lived here, the garden has never looked so bad. The grass, and I'm not exaggerating when I say it was nearly up to my knee. Well, no, it was mid calf. It was so long, and it took me quite a while to cut it, and there was half a great big green bin full. But I did it, and I edged it as well, and at least it's green now. So look at that. Look at the difference that's made. How wonderful is that? Yeah, so I did that, but all the backyard, it wants weeds growing up in the slabs, and it's a tip. Ever since we lost all the trees, when Mr. Doodle had to cut them down because he couldn't manage chopping the trees down, I've just lost interest in the garden. We used to have nice flower borders and that, and I just totally lost my mojo for the garden. Anyway, that can't be helped. And then this morning I thought, right, I'll go and get the front grass done. So I did that. Well, it might have been early afternoon, I don't know. The days and the hours, they just roll by, don't they? And it'll soon be Christmas. Oh my Lord. Yes, so I've been a little bit domesticated today. I do apologise if this noise is driving you crazy. Sorry, not sorry. It's only going to be a 5-minute video, just to show Tracy that, and it's about 24 minutes, but we may as well finish this now. Hey, what colour shall I do these pages? Shall I just leave them? I might just leave them like that. What do you think? It's going to be a bit of a bummer, taking them all out again and then painting them. Oh dear, can you imagine? There we go. Now that, to me, looks 100 times better than those 3 scraggy little, pathetic looking signatures that was in there before. And it's only copy paper. Copy paper. Much better. Where are we? Well, what I like about not fasten, oh, look at that, that's wonderful. Making like a little Rolodex. Oh, that's made me want to make a Rolodex now. Yeah. It is, isn't it? Like a little Rolodex thingy. What was I saying? Forgotten again. Oh, look. It's almost too big for it now. Don't know what I was saying. I don't know. Right, I better burger off. So I hope that's explained, Tracy. Yeah. But definitely if you want a sturdier cover, but because it's mailbag, it's strong, it's not going to rip or anything, so that's probably why I didn't bother. But yes, certainly if you want it to be a stiff cover, then oh, look at that, that's fantastic. Love it, love that. Now I might find some other, no, not today, not today, mustn't get sidetracked, other papers to go in there. Love. Right, take care everyone. Sorry for the rambling. Hope that hasn't drove you too mad, but I'm sure you're sensible enough to have turned the volume down if it was too bad, as we all have to do for various things and such like, don't we? Yeah. Right, I'll try and remember to leave the link to that alcohol video that I did yesterday, day before, whenever it was. Take care, thanks for watching, bye.